Hello students, today your experiment is measurement of energy by a single phase energy meter, and in this experiment your apparatus requires are incandescent light bulb 100 watt of 10 numbers, single phase energy meter induction type 1 numbers, wattmeter 0 to 400 range 1 numbers, stopwatch 1 numbers, and this is the circuit diagram. And this part is the internal circuit diagram of single phase energy meter, and this is your external part wattmeter, and this one is your load. This one is your light load. In the energy meter there is two magnets, one is shunt magnet and another is series magnet, and one is your aluminum disc mounted on a spindle, and this is your single phase AC supply to the single phase energy meter. In your shunt magnet one coil is pressure coil, and in your series magnet one coil is your current coil. When power is on to this energy meter, then pressure coil is produce magnetic flux proportional to the voltage of the circuit, and current coil produce magnetic flux according to the current passing through it. And as per these two magnetic field, one deflecting torque is produced which is proportional to Vi cos phi. So let's say here T deflecting torque is equal to K1 Vi cos phi. This one here equation 1, and here another torque is braking torque is there, is proportional to the speed of the revolution of aluminum disc, that is N, and Tb equal to K2 N2. This one is your equation 2. For smoothly rotation of the aluminum disc in this energy meter, that is Tb is deflecting torque is equal to the braking torque always, and so K1 Vi cos phi equal to K2 N, and by multiplying by time each side, K1 Vi cos phi t equal to K2 N t, and after we get Nt equal to Kpt, where K3 is the K1 by K2 and P equal to Vi cos phi. Now see the circuit diagram. This is a single phase energy meter internal diagram, and this here is your external part of the experiment, and from single phase supply it's coming to our single phase energy meter, and from single phase energy meter is two wire. This one is your neutral and this one is your phase, is going to your wattmeter, and from wattmeter it's going to load, and from load neutral point it's coming back to main neutral point, that is the neutral point of supply which is coming from energy meter. Now see, let's see here is 8 numbers of 100 watt bulb and one is 200 watt bulb, so total load is our 1 kilowatt hour, and this one here single phase wattmeter, and here you can see the voltage terminal of wattmeter, and this is E2 E1 D1 B2, and this one is common M and L terminal of wattmeter, and this is your single phase energy meter. Here you see some specification like currents 5 to 10 amperes, 50 hertz, it's a 240 volt, 1200 revolution per kilowatt hour. It means this is your aluminum disc, its revolution is 1200 per kilowatt hour, and here is the readings. In this last digit, see here some marking are there in internal side and also external side. In that energy meter you saw that number is 4, and right side of the number 4 is in internal side red marking, one is B mark and another so many lines are small of red color, and in upper part of the energy meter you see one black marks. See here, this one is your black marks and this one is your red marks, big marks, and there is so many marks marking. When these two lines are coincide to each other, then we can say that that's our reading is 123.4 or something. The next reading is 1234.5. Okay, so in this way you can read the readings of energy meter. So now connects as per the circuit diagram. This one is your single phase energy meter, and from this energy meter two wire is coming out. One is fan and another is neutral, and this two wire is connected to the wattmeter as per circuit diagram. This one is a phase and this one is a neutral coming from energy meter, and this phase is going to your AM terminal of wattmeter. That's one AM terminal of wattmeter, and from AM it's sorted to C through a wire. See here, this one is here. Okay, from L terminal it's going to our load terminal. One is phase terminal, and from B terminal this is our single phase AC supply. So our voltage is 220 volts. So here we use 300 volt, and from 300 volt in this point one neutral of load terminal and neutral of energy meter is connected at B terminal, this terminal. Okay, let's do the circuit as per circuit diagram. Now see, connection is completed as per circuit diagram. Now from energy meter the phase terminal is coming to our AM terminal of wattmeter, and from AM to C it is sorted through a wire, and from L terminal of wattmeter it's going to load, and from the neutral point of load is connected to B terminal, and B terminal connected also is neutral terminal of energy meter. So now see the observation table. Here you are going to note the readings of this experiment, and this one is first column is your serial number, second column is your bulb power in watts. That's the this is a bulb power in watts, and third column is your time observed for 0.1 kilowatt hour, energy consumed in hour. That is denoted by T. Now next readings of energy meter. One is previous reading, next successive reading, that's the difference. That's A, B and C equal to B minus A. And one column is your readings of wattmeter, that is D equal to, P equal to VI cos phi. That's the reading of wattmeter. And theoretical value of energy, that is power into time, and find the percentage of error. Error equal to theoretical minus measurement by theoretical into 100. So now start the reading. Let's see here, our previous reading of energy meter is 10004.4. So serial number 1, previous reading is around 1004.4. Successive reading is our after taking the first reading. And bulb power, here is our 10 numbers of, so 1000 watts, serial number 1. See here, aluminum disc is now aluminum disc is here in rotation mode. Here I am using this as a stopwatch, and when I am starting this experiment, stopwatch is also started. So I am going to power on the circuit. It's power on, and stopwatch also started. Okay, now see, in the energy meter the readings, our previous reading our 10004.4. So here you can see aluminum disc also rotating, and bulb will also are glowing. So our first reading is 100,000 watt and 1004.4, and the wattmeter readings is our, see here, wattmeter's pointer value showing that it's 150 and 200. From 150 it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 division, so that's the difference is 50. Each division is 50 by 10 is your 5, so 60 70 80 90 190, and multiplying factor of this wattmeter is 4. As here I connected B1 B2 for 5 ampere and in 300 volt, so per multiplying factor is here 4, so 190 into 4, so our power is in kilowatt, so 0.76. Let's see here, one bulb is not glowing, so our bulb's power is 800 watt. This one is your 200 watt. Now see the energy meter readings. When 10004.5 big line of red mark and black marks of the outer energy meter are coincide, at that time we are taking the readings of stopwatch, and at the same time we have to switch off one bulb, because our next reading is on 700 watt. Now see the inner red big mark is also now coinciding the outer black mark, so at that time our stopwatch time is 7.49 and switch off one bulb. So time is 7 minutes 49 seconds. Convert it into hour. First reading in time is 0.1302 hours, and then our second reading is, here is 700 watt, 0.42 1005.4.5, so 1004.5 to 1004.6, 0.1. So our theoretical energy is here 0.76 into 0.1302. This one is your kilowatt and this one is your in hour, so energy in kilowatt hour. Let's multiply it. So our second reading of from 700 watt is, wattmeter readings is your 170 and multiplying factor is 4. So 170 into 4. So our energy is here 0.68. In this way we are taking 5 to 6 number of readings.